I'm just going to go through this with you so that we've all got it. I've got it in my downloads folder, and it's very, very big, my downloads folder. So for some reason Blender can be sluggish in that way. I'll just save it in a different folder, and then it won't be as sluggish. I don't know why that is. Anyway, so here you've done this. Sometimes it can help to do the model last, because then we can sculpt the tissue to a sort of dimension, just like we would take a burr in the lab so that we can sculpt it. Okay, so these here are, just throw these in the tooth library. I think you may have done that already, I don't know. This one is in an antagonist, that's okay. So here you don't really have to bring it there because we're not reverse engineering. So in that instance, I'm going to go straight ahead and go to the freeform and then make an outline. And where I've said with the sculpting, that's where we could now go and push that tissue in a little bit, just like we would do in the lab, and then do this model later. It's too late now, so let's just continue. This is the outline. I'm going to shrink wrap that onto the model, and we're going to just take it with the G key and move it. So I'm moving it a little bit towards that side, and this one I'm going to try and move that a little bit away from it, because this abutment shares two of them. So now you can see the green line is this guiding line, and we're going to auto correct this because we can't mill underneath it, which is going to cause a little step, but this is correct. Curve and then accept this collar. We're going to go to the next one, do exactly the same thing, shrink wrap it there. Now this one here, I want to take a little bit more towards this one, because again this one is shared by, well, not really shared, but we can see it's jotting out of the distal a bit much. So I want to bring the mesial forward if I can and do that. That would be good. Then we'll just do the same thing, curved, and then we're going to accept the collar design. And then lastly, do the last one. And this one here, I'm going to also move this forward, because this gives us a good indication of where the tooth is, which is so very important. Okay, so from here we're going to do the same thing, curved, and then accept collar design. So there may be a bit much pressure underneath that, which we have to also take into consideration. I'm going to take those three, go to the next one with this here, the yellow menu. I'm going to view the teeth. I'm going to put these teeth into the other silhouette collection. Then we're going to, because this gives us a good guidance of how we need to extrude it. So basically I want to extrude it into this tooth, into this, and here this is shared. So extrude this. You can see where this one is shared. So it's jotting out quite a lot there. Maybe it's a little bit too much. I'll just go back a step, Control Z back, because we don't want to create too much undercut over there. So make sure they are selected, extrude them like that. And then what we'll do is we're going to change that. So top, and we're going to angle this one. And here we're already jotting through, you see, so it's not an ideal situation. I'm going to shrink the sides in a little bit. And here it's going to be a blob out, which we can deal with as well. So here, the top one, I'm going to bring that out a bit. I'm going to angle that a bit. Shrink the sides in. So here we can see we've already rectified quite a bit of it, like that. And then this one as well. So angle it, make it yeah, maybe a little bit more. This, we have to bring this one in and shrink the sides in a bit. Okay, so next thing is we're going to remesh this. So click on this one to remesh these three, and then we're going to do a bit of further editing. Okay, doke, so here we're going to edit mesh, and the distal is a bit high, so I'm going to move that down a bit, and here we're already, here you can see the blue over here, so we need to bring this out a little bit like this. This one we can bring up a bit. Well, this is the beauty of it, we can have it supported, but be careful not to bring that too far this way, because then if it's a bridge it's going to be a problem. If it's a single unit you can bring it all the way here. So this is, I don't know what you've got in mind, I'm just thinking of a bridge now. So then object mode, we're going to do the same for this one. My teeth have disappeared. Let's just have my silhouette. So edit this one, left click, use the G key, bring that with the proportional editing up like this, and this one I'm going to bring in, but we can't go too far because you can see the blue is jotting out there already, so this tooth is going to have to come across like that. Okay, so tab to get out of it. This one is interesting, so edit again. I'm going to grab this down because this is a contact area, so we want to bring, but again we don't have much space here at all. This one I can bring up a little bit for support. Now here, this ideally we need to bring out, so I'm going to right click here, left click, and bring that out a bit like this. Not much we can do about this. We can't mill downhill, so it's impossible to mill that down, so this is a bit of a problematic area. I can maybe bring it in a little bit like that. Perhaps we can try and bring it down. Here the interproximal, I would probably bring that in because it's a shared common space. Interesting. Okay, so object mode, you can smooth that down if you want to smooth it down to just get a bit of a better look to it. Okay, so from here we want to finish it, right? So go to the generate, we're going to view the interfaces, go into X-ray mode that we can actually view them. We need to select these and then create this tube assembly just like we do in the crown module. Okay, so that's one. This is the next one. Just do them one at a time, please, not two at the time. Well, the coding will stop you doing it anyway. So here, select that, and then finally we're going to generate. So I don't know how big your holes are. This is something that you have to think of. Okay, let's generate this. I'll just have a quick look. Here you can see we are very thin, and here this is going to join up because we simply don't have enough space, and the further we bring this out, the more metal is going to show, which is not the ideal thing anyway. If I look at there's this plane, this should never hang below that, because when it's remeshes as well, it's a problem. Okay, so let us continue, and we're going to generate these. So generate this one, and it's good to do one at a time. If you've got many, you don't want it to interfere with the neighboring tooth. So that's one. Let's do the next one and the next one. See, note how nice and crisp this edge should be. Okay, and then the last one. Okay, so let's just take this one and generate it as well. Alright, now what does that look like? It's still thinking. Okay, so Control I and hide. This is what these abutments look like. No need actually to smooth, it's all okay. Now you've still punched holes through them, which is okay if you need to do that. I'm going to just hide my plane. The holes is very similar to the crown module. Go into X-ray mode, bring this up nicely. We could maybe scale it depending on your screw. I don't know what the diameter of your screw is, so you're going to have to put that in those values. I'll just keep it as it is, and then we can then punch holes through these as well. So go to the next one, select fixture and cut hole. Mind you, we could do all of this in one go as far as I remember. Alright, so there's one. For some reason it took quite a while to think. I'm not quite sure why that is. And I'll just do these two in one go. So as it completes that, it will also hide the other holes. So here we go. That seems to be quite nice. These are very nice and crisp. And yeah, so I would then probably mill them like this. Let's have a look at the actual model, the working model. Now the working model you may want to manipulate so that you've actually you're cutting those holes in there. So there we go to the next menu, selected cut selected model with to fit abutments. So select that and then cut. So what that's done, it's actually made a duplicate of these. I don't know where they are now. Okay, so that it's cut with an offset. So there's 0.1 millimeter offset so that these should fit into position. So that's what it looks like. You can see there's a bit of a gap there, and yeah, so let's have a look. Yeah, I think there should be a gap in all of them as far as I remember. Yeah. Okay, I've got to go Alt H to view these fixtures without the holes in it. Okay. So yeah, I hope this video helped. Okay, bye.